there, Shelley with Harvesting Heritage. I sure hope the old saying, third time's a charm, is actually accurate, because this is the third mic that I have purchased. There isn't much worse than not being able to hear a YouTube video, and so I am diligently trying to get better mics so that my audio is better. So let's try this one out. Early this morning I went up and I went to the garden and I harvested some Armenian cucumbers and 1 tomato. But I want to make a frittata tonight, so I need an onion and a bell pepper. I spent a couple hours this morning weeding until my fingers were raw. And yes, I did wear gloves, but the weeds are in rocks, and so digging out the root in the rocks is hard on your fingers. So let's go up and look what my garden looks like in this 100-degree heat. So I will be putting on my sunglasses because it just is way too bright out here for my eyes. We do live in a desert climate, and I will turn around the video once we're up here and show you just how dry it is. Dry and windy. You can see the palm trees blowing up there. But nothing grows in this sand. And so when we rented this place, we asked the owners if we could put in some raised beds, and they said yes. And this was what we did last year. But we went and bought some totes and put all this in this winter. So this is where I'm getting all my black-eyed Susans for my flower arrangement in my kitchen. You can see the poor tomato plants are trying to protect themselves. They're wilting their leaves to keep whatever moisture they can possibly have. Oh look, we will have 4 artichokes soon. I didn't realize that these tomatoes would become monsters, and Darren's been out trying to trim them and take the suckers off and train them, but they just got so heavy. If we would have known that, we would have put them further apart. My jade beans were in that tote, and now I put a ground cherry. And here's the onion I need. So I'm just going to pull one, or should I pull it out of this tote? Let's see, maybe I'll give this one some more room. Look how beautiful that is. So I need one of those. I did replant, I think these are Walla Walla onions. Hopefully they will make it through the summer. Today is 100. Well, actually the following week will be 100 every day. So these are the weeds that I came out and pulled this morning. They were all down through the aisles. Oh, this poor shishito pepper plant likes the heat, but it's trying to protect itself too. All the leaves are curling on it. But look at all those pretty shishito peppers. We like to just fry them up in a pan. Eat them with a homemade aioli sauce. This is a monstrous ground cherry plant. I came out this morning and that was my breakfast. That little guy lost its shell. So I need a green pepper. Each one of these is a different color: yellow, green, and orange. And I see this cloth I put up this morning because as you can see, my peppers are burning. but the cloth went on the wrong side. It's supposed to be on this side. Yes, like that to protect it from the sun. But in the meantime, let me find a nice big, because these will never turn. You can see that this one's just getting fried, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this one for the frittata. I might take two. These are Darren's mortgage lifters. Some of them I think I can pull. And over here, those are Amish paste. They had too much water, so they're kind of mealy, but I'll go ahead and cut off all of the ripe ones there. Ooh, these mortgage lifters, there's a bunch of green ones in this one. This poor thing just got way too heavy. These plastic trellises I used last year were wonderful, but my plants were very small. So Darren's trying this new method with the framework and strings. Planted some more shishito peppers, basil, but doesn't look like the basil's liking the heat either. Okay, let's get to harvesting some tomatoes. Artichoke for dinner tonight. I don't even need my clippers, they're just coming right off. I use the clippers just because I don't want to accidentally pull too hard and a green one come off with the red one. Those need a couple more days. Wow, these tomatoes are really hot. In these circular beds, I tried to plant peppers and tomatoes last year, and the soil's just so bad. Like the circles that are directly on the native soil grew nothing except for some flowers. And I have 2 snapdragons that came back, volunteer from last year. And each one of these black-eyed Susan is just one plant. In the raised circles, these are actually fire pits. The strawberries are doing well. There's one plant that's producing strawberries, but the other ones are not yet. And in here, now we have peppers and basil. This whirlwind plant is by Proven Winner. See, I have a spider web. But this thing blooms all year long, does not stop. And then I have some salvia. And the black-eyed Susans, I didn't know if they'd even survive. I grew them in December in a tote, and then I transplanted one plant in the center of each ring. One more onion, and then I'm going in the house. 100 degrees is too hot for me. It's much better here in the shade by the house. think I'll take the stalks off out here from the onions. Look at that. That's so awesome. And I did pick the Armenian cucumbers. They look completely different than the green cucumbers, but these are supposed to be able to handle the heat and not get bitter. And there's one little tomato down in there. And then I put water in the Lowe's bucket and harvested a whole bunch more of the black-eyed Susans because I need to redo my centerpiece in the kitchen.